Okay. So today in line and angle, this will be the fourth part. Today we are till now we have studied about the vertically opposite angles, supplementary angles, and adjacent angles, complementary angles, what they are, and what type of questions you might face in that. So today we are going to study a very important part of it. Today we are going to study about the transversal and the angles made by the transversal with the line. Okay. So the first definition that we have to look out for is that is called as transversal. So what is transversal? A line which intersects two or more given line at distinct point is called as transversal. A line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points, that is called as transversal. Okay. So let's say this is a line. Let's say this is a line. And let's say this is a line. Okay. Now this is the line L1. This is the line L2. Now this is the line which intersects L1 and L2 at two different points. Okay. Let's say this point is P and let's say this point is Q. Okay. So this line is called as transversal. Okay. Now you can see there are how many angles are there? You can see this there you can find 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's name them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These four angles here. 5, 6, 7, and 8 over here. So there are 8 angles which are being made over here. Okay. Getting this? For any two given lines L1, L2, a transversal will make these 8 angles with them. Now what these angles are, how they are related to each other, what they are, that has to be studied. Okay. The first definition which comes over here is corresponding angles. Now in corresponding angles, now see here there are some angle pairs. Angle pairs like angle 1 and angle 5. The location or the position of angle 1. Okay. You see this angle, angle 1 and angle 5. The location or the position of the angle 1 and angle 5 with respect to the lines are identical. Okay. So this is one set. Angle 1 and angle 5 is one set. Similarly, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 7, and angle 4 and angle 8. These are the corresponding pairs formed by these transversals. Okay. Are you getting this? So two angles on the same side of the transversal are said to be corresponding angles if both of them, both lies above the two lines or below the two lines. Now see, angle 1 and 5 both are above the two lines, but they are on the same side of the transversal. Okay, therefore they are called as corresponding angles. So if I want to chalk it out, I can say they are on the same side of transversal. Number 2, they are on the same side of respective lines. L1 और L2 दोनों के एंगल 1 और 5 सेम साइड है. ठीक है, both of them are above or both of them are below, like this. All the pairs are like that. Okay, so these four angles are called as corresponding angles. Okay, okay. After corresponding angles, now see in this 1 and 4, 7 and 6, they are on the outside. Okay, we call this side and this side as the exterior side. Okay, while if we talk about this side and this side, they are the interior side. Okay, so these four angles comes into the interior side and these four comes in the exterior side. Okay, 1, 4, 6, 7 are the exterior angles and 2, 3, 8, 5 are the interior angles. So this sign will represent what? Interior angles. And this represent exterior angles. Now in interior angles, we have two classifications. One is the alternate interior angles, okay, and another classification is consecutive interior angles. Okay, so what are alternate interior angles? Alternate interior angles are the pair that angle 3 and angle 5. These are the alternate interior angles. Angle 2 and angle 8. These are the alternate interior angles because they are on the opposite side of the transverse. Okay. Now angle 2 and angle 5. Angle 3 and angle 8. They are on the same side of transversal. So they are called as consecutive interior angles. Okay. So in interior angles, there are two classifications. One is alternate interior angles. Other is the consecutive interior angles. So this angle 2 and this angle 8. This angle 5 and this angle 3. Okay. So these are what? 2 and 8 are alternate interior angles. These two are consecutive interior angles. Now, if we change this consecutive interior angles, consecutive interior angles will be what? They are this 1 and this angle 2 and angle 5. Angle 3 and angle 8 are the consecutive interior angles. Okay. Now, let's take a special case when there is a line L1 and there is a line L2 and line L1 is parallel to the line L2 and L is a transverse. Okay, this is the situation. Now, this will give rise to a figure like this. In this figure, before we go any forward, what I will like to discuss is a word which is called as axiom. So what is an axiom? Axiom means an observation. It based on observation. There is no formal proof for it. Okay, observation based thing. Okay, ये हमें दिख रहा था कि ये ऐसा हो रहा है. जो भी मैं बोलूंगा अगर ये axiom है, तो आप ये चीज बोल सकते हो कि ऑब्जर्वेशन से हम लोगों ने आइडेंटिफाई करा कि हाँ भाई ये हर बार एक क्या आता है, इक्वल आता है, ठीक है। तो सबसे पहले if the two lines are this, then we will state the first axiom. We cannot give a formal proof to it that okay this will, but it is just observed, ठीक है। ये ऑब्जर्व करा हम लोगों ने कि हाँ भाई ये ऐसा है, ठीक है। तो जैसे अगर हम लोगों को कोई दूर से एक पेड़ दिखाया जाए, मतलब मान लो हम दो लोगों को देखते कि दोनों तो एक जैसे दिख रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो उसका कोई फॉर्मल प्रूफ नहीं, मतलब एक फोटो दिखाया दूसरा फोटो दिखाया कि दोनों सेम है, तो वो कि हाँ भाई दोनों सेम फोटो है, हाँ ऑब्जर्वेशन बेस्ड है, ठीक है। मतलब यहाँ पे कोई फॉर्मल प्रूफ नहीं दिया देखो ये हुआ तो देखो इस कारण से ऐसा होगा, ठीक है। तो दैट इज व्हाट इज द एक्सियम इज कॉल्ड। एक्सियम इज बेस्ड ऑन नॉट और बेस्ड ऑन formal proof, it is based on observation, so it was observed. So what is the one axiom we are going to state over here is that is the corresponding angle axiom. Corresponding angle axiom. What does it says that in the given situation, which situation? If L1 is parallel to L2 and L is the transverse of these two lines, then each pair, it states that each pair of corresponding angles are equal. ओके, ईच पेयर ऑफ कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल आर इक्वल। मतलब अगर मैं ये वाला एंगल उठाऊं और ये वाला एंगल उठाऊं तो इसको उठा के अगर मैं यहाँ पे रख दूंगा तो ये एग्जैक्टली एक के ऊपर एक आ जाएगा, ठीक है। बात समझ में सबको, कि यहाँ पे क्या होगा, बिल्कुल एक के ऊपर एक इस तरह के ऊपर यहाँ पे आ जाएंगे। तो हेंस द कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग पेयर्स आर इक्वल। मतलब ये जो अगर हम एंगल करें 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, तो जो भी कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स के पेयर थे, मतलब एंगल 1 इज इक्वल्स टू एंगल 5, angle 2 is equals to angle 6, but remember this is only valid when L1 is parallel to L2, okay, not in general. Angle 3 is equals to angle 7 and angle 4 is equals to angle 8. That is the general axiom we are stating over here, okay, because depending on this the other forthcoming results will be based on, okay. On this observation we can prove okay this is there, because of this we can prove the further result. The first axiomatic result is corresponding angles axiom, that the each pair of the corresponding angles are equal. Now the first theorem we can say after this is, the theorem says that each pair in this arrangement, okay, if L is a transversal to a pair of parallel lines, then alternate interior angles, alternate interior angles are equal. That means we are stating the fact that angle 2 is equals to angle 8, okay, angle 3 is equals to angle 5. This is the statement, okay. So now we are going to prove this thing, okay. Now we are going to prove the statement that all the alternate interior angles are equal. How we can prove that? Now we know here that angle 5, basically we have to prove that angle 2 is equals to angle 8. So this is angle 2 and this is angle 8, okay. Now we can say that angle 1 plus angle 2. Now here I am naming them as angle 1, angle 2. You could have, more formally, you could have said that if this point is P and this point is Q, then the angle can be DPL, something like that. But I'm using in more comfortable way. I'm using as the numbers. Okay. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equals to 180 degree because they are what? They are the line pairs. Okay. They are the line pairs. So they are supplementary to each other. Okay. Now, similarly, angle 5 plus angle 8. Okay. Angle 5 plus angle 8 is also 180 degree. Same reason, because they are line pairs. Okay. Now, if both of them are same, then I can write angle 1 plus angle 2 is equals to angle 5 plus angle 8. But angle 1 is equals to angle 5 by what? Corresponding angle axiom. Due to this observation, we can say that angle 1 is angle 5. Therefore, I can cancel out this angle 1 and angle 5. So what we are left from here? From here we are left with angle 2 is equals to angle 8. So that gives us this result. And similarly, you can also prove that angle 3 equals to angle 5. Now, how you can prove that angle 3 equals to angle 5? By using, just like here I have used angle 1 equals to angle 2, you could have used that angle 3 plus angle 4. That is equals to 180 degree. So that will give rise to the angle 3 plus angle 4 is equals to angle 5 plus angle 8. But angle 4 is equals to angle 8 because the corresponding angle axiom. So therefore, angle 4 and angle 8 will cancel out. So you will get angle 3 equals to angle 5. Okay, hence proved. So the total result, the first result which we can say over here is that the correspond alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, and that is based on the fact that the corresponding angles are equal. That is what we call as corresponding angle axiom. Okay, so this is the proof for the theorem 1. Now we are going to talk about the second theorem. Okay, that second theorem states that the converse of this theorem, if the transversal intersects the two lines in such a way that alternate interior angles are equal, then the two lines should be parallel. That means the next theorem what we are going to study will be a converse of the theorem 1. Okay. Now we are going to prove that the theorem 2, which is the converse of theorem 1. What was theorem 1? Theorem 1 was the statement, had the statement that if a transverse intersects two parallel lines, then the alternate interior angles will be equal. Now the converse statement says that, let's say there are two lines L1 and L2, a transverse intersects such that this alternate interior angles alpha and beta are equal, then L1 should be parallel to L2. That is the converse of the theorem 1. Okay. Now how we can prove that? Look, if this angle, this is the angle beta, let's say this angle is theta. Okay. Now I can say that angle beta is equals to angle theta. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angle. Okay. They are vertically opposite angle. Therefore, and it is given that angle alpha equals to angle beta. So this gives us the statement that angle alpha is equals to angle theta. And this gives you what? This gives you that the corresponding angles are equal. So if corresponding angles are equal, then by using corresponding angle axiom, we can say that L1 is parallel to L2. Okay. So therefore the converse of this theorem is true. Okay. Now we are going to talk about the third theorem, theorem 3, which is about what? About the consecutive angles, consecutive interior angles. So this theorem states that each pair of consecutive interior angle are supplementary. Okay. Whenever there is a line, this L1, there is a line L2, and L1 is parallel to L2, and a transverse L intersects it, then the corresponding angle, this angle alpha, this angle beta, this angle A, and this angle B. Okay. Then alpha plus beta is equals to A plus B equals to 180 degree. This is what the statement says. So now we are going to prove this theorem. Okay. It is given that L1 is parallel to L2. The transversal L intersects, and these are the consecutive angles. So consecutive interior angles. Now, what we can say that angle A plus angle beta is equals to 180 degree. Why? They are line pairs. Okay. They are line pairs. Therefore, angle A plus angle beta is equals to 180 degree. But angle A is equals to angle alpha. That was our theorem 1. That alternate interior angles are equal. Therefore, I can replace angle A by angle alpha. Therefore, angle alpha plus angle beta, that has to be equals to 180 degree. Hence, they are supplementary. Okay. So this gives rise to the third theorem. The third theorem, that each pair of consecutive interior angles are supplementary. That means alpha plus beta over here, this alpha and beta, the sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. And similarly, sum of these two angles A and B will be equals to 180 degree. Okay. So this will be supplementary. So this is the theorem number 3. Now, there will be another, the next theorem which comes is, that is theorem 4, which is the converse of theorem 3. This theorem is the converse of theorem 3. What does it say? This is very easy to prove, and we can easily prove over here that it will say that if pair of consecutive interior angle are supplementary, this implies that L1 is parallel to L2. If a transversal intersects L1 and L2 such that the pair of consecutive interior angles are supplementary, then L1 should be parallel to L2. How we can do that? Okay. Now, angle alpha plus angle beta is given to be 180 degree. Okay. It is just opposite to it. Okay. Now, here angle A, whatever be the line L1, angle A plus angle beta will be equals to 180 degree. So I can put angle beta is equals to 180 minus angle A. So if we add, so if we put this over here, this will give you what? Angle alpha plus angle beta, that is 180 minus angle A. That is equals to 180 degree. So you will get cancel out 180 degree. So angle alpha equals to angle A. Now by theorem 2, okay, now by the theorem 2, that was what? We can say that here angle alpha is equals to angle A. So that gives us what? That alternate interior angles are equal. So by theorem 2 proved. ओके क्योंकि हम लोगों ने क्या प्रूव करा था कि अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स जो हैं वो अगर इक्वल हैं तो दोनों लाइंस पैरेलल होंगी, यही थ्योरम 2 था। तो उसको हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे यूटिलाइज करा, क्योंकि अगर ये सप्लीमेंट्री है तो अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स इक्वल आ रहे हैं, इस कारण से वो क्या हो जाएंगे आपके इस कारण से दोनों लाइंस क्या हो जाएंगी? पैरेलल हो जाएंगी। तो दैट इज थ्योरम नंबर 4। ओके ओके So our theorem 5 is what? If two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, there are two lines L1 and L2 which are parallel. There's a line L which is a transversal. Now there is a pair of what? Alternate interior angles, and these two rays which are in the pink shade, those are the angle bisectors. If they are angle bisector, then this angle and this angle has to be what? Equal. Similarly, this angle and this angle has to be equal. Okay. So what will happen? We have to prove that these two rays are parallel. Now we can easily prove it by what? As L1 is parallel to L2, therefore alternate interior angle is this. For L1 and L2, alternate interior angles are this. Okay. अब देख रहे हैं कि ये वाला जो पूरा आपका आएगा, ये वाला, this whole angle, and similarly this whole angle. ये दोनों एंगल L1 L2 के रेस्पेक्ट में अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स हैं। तो ये वाला टोटल एंगल जो है, दिस टोटल एंगल इज व्हाट? 2A, एंड दिस टोटल एंगल इज व्हाट? 2B. तो एंगल 2A इक्वल्स टू एंगल 2B. Why? Alternate interior angle, as L1 is parallel to L2. Therefore, angle A is equals to angle B. है ना? अब एंगल A इक्वल्स टू एंगल B है, तो दैट मीन्स अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स, alternate interior angles of transversal L for two angle bisectors are equal. तो ये कोई दो लाइन थी, ये उसका ट्रांसवर्सल हो गया ना L, तो उसका मतलब ये हुआ कि हमारा ये वाला एंगल और ये वाला एंगल इक्वल आ गया। तो इन दो लाइन के कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग में ये दोनों एंगल क्या हो गए? अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स हो गए। तो ये दोनों अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स जो होंगे वो इक्वल आ गए। तो कन्वर्स ऑफ अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल थ्योरम 2, ये कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग पे हम क्या बोल सकते हैं कि दीज टू लाइंस आर पैरेलल। तो अगर ये L3 था और ये L4 था, तो दिस वी कैन से दैट L3 इज पैरेलल टू L4 बाय थ्योरम 2। थ्योरम 2 के रेस्पेक्ट में हम ये चीज बोल सकते हैं। ठीक है, तो दिस विल गिव यू थ्योरम नंबर 5। ओके, तो यहां पे हम लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं थ्योरम 6 में कि एंगल बाइसेक्टर ऑफ एनी टू कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स will always be parallel, but subjected to the condition that L1 and L2 are parallel and L is the transversal. L1 L2 parallel है तो ये वाला स्टेटमेंट हमारा हमेशा सही रहेगा. अब ये देख रहे हो कि ये जैसे कि एक पेयर लिया हमने किसका, कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स का. L3 इसका बाइसेक्टर है, L4 इसका बाइसेक्टर है. अब देखो अगर L3 इसका बाइसेक्टर है तो ये A होगा, तो ये भी A होगा. ये अगर B है तो ये भी B होगा. ठीक है, तो बताओ ये टोटल एंगल क्या हुआ, 2A. ये टोटल एंगल क्या हुआ, 2B. लेकिन अगर तुम देखो कि पूरा एंगल 2A जो है वो यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे एंगल 2B, ठीक है, ये दोनों के दोनों एंगल जो हैं वो इक्वल होंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि L1 L2 पैरेलल है तो ये कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स हो गए ना. कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल एक्सियम के अकॉर्डिंग 2A इक्वल्स टू 2B. तो अगर 2A इक्वल्स टू 2B है तो A इक्वल्स टू B होगा. अगर A इक्वल्स टू B हो गया तो देखो मैं डायग्राम अलग से देख बना के दिखाता हूं कि ये L4 लाइन जा रही है, ये L3 लाइन जा रही है ना. मैं उसमें अब L1 L2 नहीं बनाऊंगा, ये L हो गया. ठीक है, ये L हो गया. तो देख रहे हो कि ये वाला एंगल कौन सा, मैं ये आपको थोड़ा सा ये दिखाता हूं. ये वाला एंगल कितना था, ये वाला एंगल ये वाला बन रहा है और ये वाला एंगल जो है वो ये बन रहा है. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे ये वाला एंगल B और ये वाला एंगल A. ये डायग्राम से अलग से देखोगे तो समझ में आएगा. मतलब हमने क्या प्रूव कर दिया, A इज इक्वल्स टू B. A इक्वल्स टू B मतलब क्या हुआ, कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल फॉर L3 and L4 with respect to transversal L, ठीक है, आर इक्वल. अगर कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल इक्वल है तो ये अपने आप इसके कन्वर्ट से प्रूव हो जाता है कि L3 इज पैरेलल टू व्हाट, L4. समझ में आया? तो दैट विल गिव यू थ्योरम नंबर 6. थ्योरम 7 जो है वो थ्योरम 6 का कन्वर्स है. ठीक है, क्या कन्वर्स है कि यहां पे अगर आपकी ये दो लाइन पैरेलल थी, एक लाइन ये है एक लाइन ये है, ये ट्रांसवर्सल था. ठीक है, अब इसका ये एंगल बाइसेक्टर और ये एंगल बाइसेक्टर, ये आपका L1 ये L2 ये L3 और ये L4. तो इफ L3 इज पैरेलल टू L4, ठीक है, इफ L3 इज पैरेलल टू L4 और क्या हो रहा है कि L3 पैरेलल है L4 के और L3 एंगल बाइसेक्टर है और L4 भी क्या है, एंगल बाइसेक्टर. ये दोनों एंगल सेम है, ये दोनों एंगल भी क्या है, सेम है. ये दोनों एंगल सेम है, ये दोनों एंगल सेम और L3 L4 के पैरेलल है. तो भाई ये सिंपल सी तो डायरेक्टली दिख गया ना कि जो काम पहले L1 L2 कर रहा था वो उस बार कौन कर रहा है, L3 L4 कर रहा है. ठीक है, तो इस कारण से अगर वहां पे पहले L1 L2 पैरेलल थे तो हमने प्रूव करा था L3 L4 पैरेलल है. अब हम लोगों ने क्या प्रूव कर दिया कि L3 L4 पैरेलल हैं तो L1 L2 पैरेलल हो गया. ठीक है, वैसे देख सकते हो अगर ये वाला है तो कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग, अगर मैं इसको इधर एक्सटेंड कर दूं ऐसे, लेट से मैं इसको दूसरी लाइन दूसरे कलर में शो कर देता हूं, थोड़ा सा विड्थ ज्यादा ले लेता हूं इस पे, ये ऐसे, ये और ये. ठीक है, अब ये ट्रांसवर्सल हुआ तो ट्रांसवर्सल क्या बोल रहा है कि ये एंगल थीटा होगा तो ये वाला भी एंगल थीटा होगा, क्योंकि कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल इक्वल है. लेकिन ये एंगल बाइसेक्टर है तो ये थीटा है तो ये भी थीटा है, ये थीटा है तो ये भी थीटा है. तो बताओ यहाँ पे ये जो टोटल एंगल हुआ कौन सा, दिस होल एंगल, ये वाला एंगल कितना हो गया, 2 थीटा. इसी तरह से ये वाला होल एंगल कितना हो गया, 2 थीटा. तो 2 थीटा इक्वल्स टू 2 थीटा, कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल इक्वल हो गए. इस कारण से L1 इज पैरेलल टू L2. समझ में आया? तो अगर एंगल बाइसेक्टर पैरेलल है तो L1 L2 पैरेलल हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, दैट वाज द कन्वर्स ऑफ थ्योरम 7. नाउ कम्स द थ्योरम 8. कि थ्योरम 8 और भी बड़ी सिंपल सी थ्योरम है कि ये आपकी लाइन L1 है, ये लाइन L2 है. L1 is parallel to L2. So it states that if the transversal is perpendicular to one line, then it should be perpendicular to the other line. It is a very basic thing, because if this angle is 90, then this angle has to be equals to 90. Hence, if L is perpendicular to L2, so this will automatically show that L is perpendicular to L1. Okay, so this is what is called theorem 8. Okay, now you can call it as a theorem, or you can call it as a result, whatever, but just to remember, you might be using these things in the questions. Okay, ये क्वेश्चन में हम लोग अलग अलग जगह यूज करेंगे.